What is up, YouTube? We are back. Sorry, it's been a while. You guys didn't forget about me. I didn't forget about y'all. So here's the boat we bought last summer. Over winter, I've been ordering a bunch of parts. So today we're going to be installing a bunch of stuff. Some stuff I already did install off camera. I'll walk you guys kind of through it, show you what I did. But yeah, so today we're going to be doing a lot of stuff. So come along and let's do it. So you guys know we bought this boat $300 last year at the end of summer. We had a lot of fun with it, all the mods we did to it, and so this year we're gonna take it up another notch. So this year I have a lot of plans for this boat, and starting with a lot of the things I've been ordering. So one being the new anchor. So the old anchor, we would throw it over and it worked for no problem. This guy right here worked absolutely no problem. We would tie it up to like right here and just let it hang over. Did its job, never had an issue. But I had a new one where we got a little mud anchor now, so it's gonna sit right here on the front and it's gonna dangle down. I have a new anchor system right here that has rope on it, so the rope with the handle, so the rope will sit right here by my seat, so I can just pull the handle, it'll drop or pull up on that anchor. Also installed some lights, some Atwood battery lights, and then I got one in the back, and then I got the anchor light right here. The rest of it's inside the hatch. You just screw it on and you know it stems up. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Recently just went through the motor again just to get her going, to make sure I get all that winter shit out of there. So you guys know I got the seats super cheap from Sportsman during the event they had, but I just went and picked these guys up. So these are the brackets that I need, or the pedestals I need, and these swivels. So I'm actually working on them right now in here, putting it all together. I'm only using brass temporarily. We got a bunch of stuff we're doing, so this is just I'm doing temporarily to get it going. I got some brackets right here, this livestock I'm gonna cut out. We're gonna put them straight into the floor. I also already marked it, so we're gonna get straight to that. Also, I just got these wheels by BroCraft. So these are pretty cool. These are just gonna mount and they fold up on the back of the boat. So we're gonna get rid of the dolly. So thank God we're getting rid of the dolly, and we're gonna get the BroCraft wheels on. So stay tuned, guys, and we're gonna get straight to it. Alright guys, so this is what we came up with. Super fucking sturdy. It doesn't even move at all. It doesn't even rock. So what I did was shot 4 bolts through the wood. This is the flooring for the front of my boat. And then I took some of that livestock I showed you, cut out a bracket, cut out 4 screws, or 4 holes for it, slapped it on, and then that's what's holding underneath, just to support it a little bit better. But so far so good, it's super sturdy. Now we have to mount the swivel brackets that I got with these to the seats themselves, using the supplied hardware. This is what came with the boat, so this is what we're going to use. So let's get to it. Let me show you guys a little boating hack I learned over the years. So this is my second boat I've ever owned. The first boat I had didn't even have these kind of seats in it, but over time, you know, you learn shit working with your hands. So one of the things I've learned, this is something minor, you might not even care, but you see this tag right here? You can rip it off, right? Most people do. I don't, because these seats are under warranty and they got an extended warranty, and I don't wanna, you know, fuck that. But when you're going down the road, when you're going down the lake, the water, whatever, you're gonna hear this. This is gonna get super annoying. You might not think of it, it will happen. Or when you're sitting there fishing, you're just chilling, you're gonna hear this. So all you gotta do, pinch it down just a little bit, and you set the bracket on it. So now you don't have to get rid of it, but guess what? There's no noise, but it's still there. So you'll keep your warranty, but you don't gotta hear that shit all day long. You know what I mean? So super simple. Literally, it's stupid, but it works, you know. Alright guys, it's all mounted up. You can see swivel back and forth. So we're gonna go put it in the boat now and see how it acts, see if it even works. Watching.
1
sitting here, you know. And I think it'd be a little more comfortable too. I just got the rear floor out, as you can tell by the ruler, and it's a lot bigger. So I put the bracket on there. I measured, make sure it's straight, centered, all that, where I wanted it. Marked 4 holes, blast them with a drill, real simple. Now I gotta get that livestock I showed you earlier, cut out one more bracket for this one now, for the bottom, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I stabbed myself right in front of you guys, look at that. Sheesh. But yeah, marked my holes, just drill them out now. See, hope you guys can see it. Here's the bracket. See the four bolts. Alright, now we're gonna put that underneath. Alright, so I ended up throwing washers on. Something like this, you should always use washers. I use washers on the front too. So went ahead and threw washers on there. Now we're gonna go ahead and tighten them all down, and then we'll move on to mounting the actual seat to the post. Sorry about the lighting, but as you can see, we got the last seat mounted up. So let's go put this back in the boat and see how it looks with 2 seats mounted. What's up, YouTube? So it's a new day today. Sorry our camera died yesterday. Continuing on where we left yesterday. Just got the wheels on. I'll show you what I got going on. So we're just gonna be continuing off on the wheels. This is how far I got yesterday. My camera died, unfortunately, so I couldn't show you guys exactly what happened, but these handles here, there used to be a handle that would go there and on that side. I had to remove them, unfortunately. There was nowhere on my boat that was going to be flush enough to put these wheels and put silicone. So that was the best place I could find, was where the handles were. So I removed the handles. So I got to patch up that hole and that hole today as well. But that's not a big deal. So we got rid of the handles, but man, the bolts, they were stuck on there. You know, this is a 1968. And I'm pretty sure those bolts have never been removed, so they're extremely hard to remove, and I ended up just snapping all of them off and banging them out. So I did that all day yesterday, and that kind of sucked, so I didn't really show you guys that. But I did get the wheels on. I got the top bolts mounts on both sides, and the bottom bolts in 2, but the bottom bolts are way too long, and they stick out about yay long into the cabinet down below. And so as you guys know, we have our battery and a few other things in there, so we don't want that to you know, give us less room in there, you know, take up some space and stuff. So today we're gonna go ahead and install these bottom bolts to the store, and instead of using the super long ones, I got the exact same ones but just short, and I also got some nylon nuts for those as well. So we're not gonna have to cut any bolts today. We're just gonna shove them straight in, and they will be the right size, and we don't have to worry about that. With that, we might end up moving on to the anchor. I did get the rivet gun. I just have to look around my shop and see if I can find some rivets, but we might hook up the anchor today too, but we'll see. We're gonna get done with the wheels and put it on the ground and pump the wheels up with some air and see what happens, man. But let's get to it. Alright, so I took the wheel off the bracket just so it's a little easier to get to. As you can see, that hole down there. So this is the bolt that came with the kit. As you can see, it goes pretty far in, so I don't want to cut it. I'm pretty lazy. I know it's super easy, you just put a nut, cut it, you know, but I didn't really feel like doing all that, so that's why I got the shorter ones that I was showing you before. So let's see how these work out. Did the exact same thing, they're just short. They're even tapered in as well, so they can fit inside the bracket. Perfect. Yeah, look at that. So that's all we have now. Way shorter than before. I wash them somewhere. So now, put the washer over it, like so, and then we'll put the nut over it. If you guys are interested in getting wheels for your boat like this, BroCraft is probably the best wheels you could probably get. These things are really sick. But yeah, so that's how it's gonna look, and we got a lot more room out of that. So let me show you guys the bracket itself. So this is the BroCraft bracket right here, and then the wheels you just push these pins in right here. They pop right in, and then there's a pin right here that locks it in so that they can swivel up and down. Super nice set, and these things are billet aluminum, so they're pretty freaking solid, dude. Like, and you can see right there, BroCraft. But I did a lot of research on wheels, and I wanted real tires and real wheels that I can actually run shit over and not get stuck, and you know, all that good stuff. So these are what I came across, and these look like they're gonna be the best choice for this kind of boat. So they're a little pricey, but they're worth it, you know. So we're gonna get to it. Alright, so I got the bracket removed completely. Now that, you know, we got our holes marked out and everything. This is what I'm gonna use to seal it up. Everywhere I looked said that this was really good for, you know, sealing the bolts on boats and stuff. And then I also used it, let me show you. Old video, if you guys look back in my videos, you'll see we used it here, and not too bad. So far it still hasn't leaked or anything. It's been really good. So show you the inside. It's a little ugly looking, but she's holding. It hasn't leaked yet, so you know what I mean. So we're gonna use the same stuff on this side. Alright, so I did the first one off camera just so I can get a good idea of how I want to do it. Just so I could do the other side just as clean as I did this one. But so that's kind of how it came out. I don't know, in my opinion, that came out extremely clean. Like, that's as best as I could do right there. If the other one could come out like that, I'll be so happy. Got perfect seal all the way around. So that's cool. And then the top, put seal on the side. Let's see. Get a perfect squish right it. So it's gonna be good. But yeah, so this one's completely 100% mounted. So I'm gonna put the wheel on, and then we're gonna move to the other side, and I will show you guys the other side for the ones that are interested. But so let's move to the other side. This is just the way I did it. Especially when I'm blowing the water, it's got more pressure against it. On the other side, this is what I did as well. Just took some more silicone. Try to make it look pretty, but don't like that, you know. And then put the washer over it, and then put the nut. It should squeeze perfectly. Make a real good seal. Now you want to get beam. That's tight, and you tighten up the top one now. Wow, that was pretty easy. Oh, there we go. Look at that, the dolly right out. Oh. so I didn't end up recording it. Sorry, but I was a little nervous, wasn't sure how I wanted to do it. Was having some complications, but I ended up just riveting it on there. But yeah, it's mounted. It's super solid, like super solid. This rivet I'm not too sure about. I might drill it out and redo it. I'm not too sure, but it seems pretty strong. And then this rivet I had to cut a little bit to make it even, you know, fit inside the bracket, but it's there. They're both pretty strong. So got the good old Milwaukee rivet tool over here. This thing's sick. So this thing's solid. I'm gonna hook up the anchor now and see how, you know, it does. But yeah. Alright guys, I got the anchor mounted up. I'm gonna show you guys how it works. So when you're in the boat, you want to drop the anchor, just pull it against the ground, lock it in place. If you want to pull the anchor up, you just pull it again, I'll lock it in place like that. And that's it. You go on about your business. Pretty cool. If you guys are interested in the anchor system I got, this is it right here. It's the Ozark anchor control. I think it was like 20 bucks, but yeah, so if you're interested in it, this is what it looks like. If you want to head to your nearest Walmart, you can get one of these. Super cheap and easy to install on your John boat. Makes life so much easier. Alright guys, so this is here all loaded up. Kinda got in display mode, I guess you could say. Right there, going on that way. For the guy up front, still got the pole holders along the sides, got the net. I'm gonna end up relocating the pedals to right there. If you guys remember, they used to be right there, but I ended up moving on this side because the chair's in the way, so now they're right there, so they're still super easy to get to. Got my back right here, still got room to move around and everything. Still got room to strap stuff here and here. That's pretty much it. I mean, you can see we got the anchor light up here now, the outward anchor light to go with the outward front light. I got it as a set, so that goes there. And then you already know in my other video we did the nice harness for the trolling motor, so that just rolls through there. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it guys. We've done a lot of work to this thing and finally got it to where it's at, so like, comment, subscribe, and we're gonna get to the water real soon here and have a lot of fun with this thing, so stay tuned.